Say hi.
Hi.
Okay guys, so the video you're about to watch is a video where my friend Preston and myself went on a 3-day backpacking trip in Dolly Sods, West Virginia. And on night number 2, 2 lost day hikers actually wandered into our camp at night. I mean, it was very dark, there was no moon out, it was extremely dark. They were at least 9 miles away from their car. We were like 6 miles away from our car. Dolly Sods is a massive wilderness area. It's easy to get lost, no cell service. I think it's something like 18,000 acres of property there in the wilderness area. I believe it's 44 miles of trails on the map itself, with at least another dozen or so trails that are not on the map. So it's so easy to get lost. But these 2 ladies wandered into our camp. They didn't have any food. They were out of food, out of water. They weren't dressed for the temperatures it was going to be that night. So we were just fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. And they found us. So enjoy the video. I'll jump in and try to explain a little bit more later on. So here's the video. Say bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, we're back in Dolly Sods. My name is Ben. I'm with my buddy Preston here. As you watch the video, you're gonna notice he's a lot taller than I am. I'm standing on a rock. I'm only 5'9", and he is 6 foot 14 inches. And so what trailhead are we starting on?
Fisher Springs.
Fisher Springs. We're gonna do about 15 miles, and you're gonna follow along. Here we go. About 2.5 miles in. Only doing about 5 miles today. We're going to try to get to a place called Lion's Head, near there, and camp someplace. And time out. I'm already lost.
Hey guys, it's Preston. We're about 2.5 miles in to our 5-mile portion today, headed to Lion's Head to camp for the night. I think I lost my spleen, kidneys, pancreas, Achilles, but keep on pushing on. Ben says he's going to give me a big surprise tonight if I make it, so we'll just see what that is. We're not near death, however, I do believe I'm going to get down to my tighty whities, because I believe last time we came on this trek we crossed the stream and it was pretty cold, and it's already a little chilly. We're in the 50s and it's going to get dark here in the next couple hours. However, Ben, he is a lumberjack of the two. He will be going in fully clothed. Well, I guess I'd be the lumberjack since I'm man enough to get naked and afraid. Here we come. Just watching Ben, he's flexing his gluteus maximus. However, he is balding with silver fox-like hair. So that's it. Nothing else to say. I'm feeling a lot better than last time. It was about 105. It was horrible. We'll see how we go. I hope Ben's surprise isn't that big of a surprise. I don't think it will be. That's it. Just tell a story.
I'm going to tell a little story.
What's your story up, Ben?
It's about you. Okay, so again with my buddy Preston, he's right behind me. We've been backpacking together for about 3 years, and I've only been backpacking myself for about 5 years, but I've been hiking my whole life, so it wasn't a far stretch to get into backpacking. However, Preston took him out for his first trip, and he bought a brand new tent. Never set it up before. It was like in...
I set it up at home.
What month would that have been? In November or is it spring? When was it?
It was cold.
So it was really cold is my point. And it got down to about 40 degrees. Get to camp. Holy crap, time out. Okay, so we get to camp about 8 o'clock at night. It's already getting dark. We had another friend with us. Preston sets up his tent. go straight to bed at 8 o'clock. Me and my buddy Russ, we stayed up and got drunk until about 10 or so. And we finally went to bed ourselves. It got pretty cold. And about midnight, my buddy Preston is yelling for us that he needs help. And so when he set up his tent, you know, he had a sleeping pad in there, which is about 2.5 inches thick, had a sleeping bag on top of that. He went straight to bed. Well, it was raining all night, drizzling the whole time, and after 3 or 4 hours of rain, Preston's tent is full of water. He's screaming for us for help, like a little girl. So we got to help him. What he actually did was he put his tent together the wrong way. He put his fly, the rain fly, inside out. So instead of venting air out, it was actually funneling water in. And he didn't notice it for 3 hours because he's on a sleeping pad. His sleeping bag was soaked, his clothes were soaked, he was miserable. So that was Preston's first night. He swore he would never go backpacking again, but he did. We're about 4 miles in on our way to Lion's Head. Pretty easy hike so far. We get about another, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half. It's about 4 o'clock. What's the date today? 10/27. So we made it into this, into the pine section, which was Preston's goal. Okay, so we are doing some night walking. Gonna try to make our way to Lion's Head at night and do some pictures. Okay, so we just came back from Lion's Head, walking out there and getting a few night shots. All I had is my RX 100 little point and shoot camera. Still did pretty good, pretty happy with the photos. But now we're actually getting ready to go to bed and do the same thing again tomorrow. How you feeling?
Feel good, tired, cramping.
A little cramping. That time of the month. I get it.
I'm in a month.
We'll get you some model and put you to bed.
It's okay, Ben. That just means no action for you.
Oh, that's not good. All right, see you in the morning. Later. All right, good morning. So it's day 2. Going for a little walk. Last night we went around and took some pictures. And we're gonna walk back down to the same place, down to Lion's Head, take a few more, eat some breakfast.
Captain's log, 10:28. Made it through the night. Had a hard night. Everything was sore. I was uncomfortable. Everything was wet. Just coming back from breakfast. We're going to hang up here for the day. By the way, I'm dying and I only did 6 miles. But that's what happens when you're 6 foot 14 inches, 300 pounds. I'm the slow one, so I get eaten by bears. But it'll be all right.
All right, so we're gonna post up for the day near Lion's Head. Okay, so we just did 6 miles yesterday. We're not gonna do too much today. We're just gonna hang out, do some exploring, take some photos, and then hike back out the 6 miles back to the car tomorrow. Hopefully catch a sunset tonight, maybe a sunrise in the morning. This morning's sunrise was pretty lame. What? I'm gonna go ahead and show you which tents we're using today. And Preston, my buddy Preston's using this Big Agnes, I believe it's a Scout. I'll show you that. And definitely likes most things about it. I have several Big Agnes tents myself that I absolutely love. I have a nice winter tent when it's real extreme weather I take out. But I've always looked at these Scout tents and like the simple design and thought about getting one. One thing he doesn't like is this older version has the pole on the inside instead of the outside. But we're gonna try to fix that for him at some point. The tent I'm using is a Z-Pax Pleximid, and I absolutely love this tent. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. I did have a few problems with it like everybody else with the top support pieces breaking, but Z-Pax was pretty amazing and sent me some new ones out right away and really helped me out. They were very, very helpful. They just sent out new ones and it works just fine ever since then. It is a little finicky to set up, and after you do it a few times, it's not too bad. But the weight savings you get from this tent is just amazing. I like making my own gear, but I don't think I could ever make anything that's as light as this, and I don't even think I'll ever try. So I absolutely love this little tent. Perfect for one person. You just got to be careful how you pitch it, but you can't beat the weight savings.
What are you shooting at? A high up slot?
Look at it.
It's really hazy.
So we're at the end of night 2, heading back down to Lion's Head. We're gonna go ahead and watch the sunset, get all romantic with it, right?
I got my hemorrhoid pad.
Take some pictures, and hopefully get a decent sunset tonight. And then pack up in the morning and hike 6 miles out of here and go to, what's the place called?
What, Fisher?
No, where are we going to eat at?
Oh, Purple Fiddle.
Purple Fiddle. Okay, so we are posted up for the evening to watch the sunset. I'm gonna show you where we're at. Lion's Head is actually just over that way over there. Pretty sweet. In about another 20 minutes, sunset's gonna drop. Picture. What's up, guys? Okay guys, so I just wanted to jump in and explain real quick what happened at this next point. So sometime around when we saw the deer on night number 2, the girls had actually showed up, and it was kind of, again, it was really dark. We weren't expecting anybody to be there because we were in the middle of nowhere. But they had showed up and they said they were lost, they needed some help. And they didn't have any food, no water, no GPS, no cell service. They weren't dressed for the weather. It was already getting really cold. They had no way to build a fire. So we were fortunate enough to have plenty of gear with us. We gave them one of our tents. We gave them a sleeping bag. They had to share it, so they were still pretty cold, but they did survive the night. And we also built a fire so they could dry out their shoes and socks before they went to bed. But then we got up the next morning and we hiked them out 6 miles to our car, and then we drove them back to their car. So it was an interesting night, but the part that's missing in the video is the night when they actually showed up. We obviously were not videotaping all of that. It was just kind of a crazy experience, and we wanted to make sure they were taken care of before we actually went to bed. So you can watch the rest of the video, but that's where the missing part was that night. We didn't film it for obvious reasons. It would have been a little strange breaking out a camera after these 2 girls walked into our camp. So the rest of the video should be self-explanatory. So here you go.
we're coming down that way, and we're hello.
Hello.
Okay, guys, so we're still on top of near Lion's Head, and we ran into a couple stranded hikers last night.
Hello.
So we have Kim and Lisa over there, and they weren't quite prepared for the night, and we helped them out, gave them a tent. Preston gave them some food, and
We were very lost.
And clothes.
very lost.
And clothes, shelter,
So you got lost at what?
water.
You started hiking at what time?
11:30.
And you realized you were lost at what time? 4. And you found us about
6:15.
Well, I mean, before 4, we might have been like backtracking
We were trying to get back on
Finding
track, and that didn't
an
happen.
intersecting trail. But then around 6, we started or 4, we started panicking because we knew that
The sun was gonna set.
we were gonna.
Yeah, that would have been bad shape. And I think we watched the sunset and came back up here, what, 7-ish or something?
Yeah.
And that's when we found you.
Thank you.
No problem at all.
You scared us.
All right, so now we're going to hike out together to our car. Their car is about 9 miles away. Our car is only 6 miles away. We have to cross a creek, which they were super excited about.
Super excited.
Yeah, so we're going to film the whole thing. And all right, let's hit the trail. Okay guys, so we made it 6 miles today. Me and Preston did 6 miles on Sunday. These girls did like 11 or 12 miles yesterday while they got lost and stayed with us last night. We already explained that, but they were, I don't know if I stressed it enough in the video, but it was dark when they found us last night. It was pitch black. They'd have no flashlights, no GPS, nothing. So it was still a pretty fun trip, right?
Awesome trip. Awesome.
And it was your birthday?
It was her birthday.
Her
A
birthday.
couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yes, it has a happy ending.
This was all set up by your family, by the way. This is a birthday surprise for you.
Surprise!
And that was your first time backpacking, of course, just not your own tent. So next time you'll hopefully use your own tent. That'd be better.
Best hiking trip ever.
All right, so that's it. So thanks for watching.
Wrap.
Thank
That's
you,
wrap.
guys.